So what time is our new, client due to be here?
Rather soon, I believe.
You know, I still feel a little strange having a real live ghost for a client.
She's hardly a live ghost. Perhaps you should say a real dead ghost.
Gentlemen, alive or dead, she's our client and needs our help. And need I also remind you that her case can easily validate all of our years of research.
Not to mention the outrageous amount of money she's promised us.
Yes, quite right. Ah, Mr. Laney, how good to see you again.
Please, call me Liza. And it's good to see you as well, Prof. You too, Toby and Al.
Her appearing like that is almost as unsettling as when Prof sneaks up on us.
Well, Liza, we know you want us to track down and destroy a vampire named Count Ormond. And well, how to put this delicately? You also want us to destroy his vampire consort, a woman named Penelope.
There's no need for delicacy, Prof. Yes, Penelope was my sister once, but she is now the undead. I want her to be at peace.
Well then, perhaps you could give us some details as to how we might accomplish this.
I thought before I did that, I'd better give you some background as to how these terrible circumstances began. It all began in early 1919. The Great War was over and the general feeling was one of celebration. Penelope and I decided to visit New Orleans. We explored the city. We talked, we laughed. All in all, we were having a grand time. Each evening we'd dine at the finest restaurants in the French Quarter. We had the finest fare the city had to offer. Something new every night, but little did I know, our wonderful time wouldn't last. One night we were in a Bourbon Street bar, dancing to this new type of music called jazz. That was when he came over to us. I could have sworn I had seen him around the city before this, but maybe that was my imagination. He seemed totally enamored with Penelope, and suddenly, it was like I didn't even exist. He seemed to sweep her off her feet with his sophisticated ways. And what could I say? She seemed to be so happy, but still, something more than sibling jealousy was troubling me. It wasn't just that the handsome man chose her. I felt like something more was wrong with this. One day in our hotel room, I finally confronted her. I told her that I thought for as good as he seemed, there was something not quite right with him. She naturally assumed I was jealous of her, and with no other proof than my uneasy intuition, I couldn't change her mind, or make her see things my way. It's sad to say, but we argued and she finally told me to leave. I was at a loss for what to do. I ended up staying with a distant aunt for the next few days. And that's when everything went terribly wrong. I can't say for certain, but I believe that he came to her on the first night I was away. Came to her, in his true, demonic form. Did she awaken? Did she even know what was going on? I wonder if she saw him for what he truly was. Who's to say? He bit her repeatedly over many nights. About a week later, I received word that my sister was deathly ill. The doctors couldn't tell what was wrong. I rushed to her bedside, though I stayed by her constantly. She died without ever regaining consciousness. I was devastated. We buried her in a quiet little cemetery out in the bayou, and I came home. I'm sure my emotional state made me susceptible to the flu that took my life a month later. Of course, my sad story doesn't end there, but I didn't find this out until much later. Because he had bit her, she became like him. One of the undead. A vampire. His unholy mistress. I dare say she's as evil now as he is. They must be destroyed. Only then do I believe my sister shall be able to find peace. And so, gentlemen, that is my story.
Dude, are you crying?
It's just so sad.
My dear lady, thank you for sharing such a moving tale. We pledge to help you with all our strength.
Thank you, all of you. You don't know what this means to me. And you will need all your strength. Ormond is pure evil, and extremely dangerous.
Is there anything more you can tell us?
only that he is well versed in the black arts. I believe he can create zombies. He also has a human working for him, an older man named Scritch who serves as his spy.
Well then, I believe we shall be off to New Orleans as soon as possible.
Please remember, while I am capable of appearing to you down there, my ghostly powers are useless so far from my home. I can offer advice, but unfortunately, I cannot help. You're on your own.